to motivate me first and then motivate you. Because in life you cannot give people what you don't have. For you to motivate anybody, you must first motivate yourself. You must be a motivated person to be able to motivate anybody in life. And you can never get motivated, you cannot move where you are to where you're supposed to be unless you know the meaning why you do what you do. That's letter M. Knowing the meaning of why you do what you do. The day you discover why you're doing what you're doing and you fall in love with it, doing it becomes very easy. That's why they say, if you know the reason why, and the why can make you cry, you will always fly, go so high. Even if you must die, at the end of the day you go above the sky because you know the reason why. There are 3 W's in life that are crucial. The why, the W of why, the W of what, and the W of when. But out of the 3, the paramount W is the W of why. The day you discover why you are not a different person, you will be the right you. They say there are 2 days in life that are very important. The first day is the day you were born, and the second day is the day you know the reason why you were born. Let me take it again. There are 2 days in life that are very important. The first one is the day you are born. The second one is the day you discover why you are born. Allow me this afternoon to share with you 15 laws of becoming a great man. 15 laws of becoming a great man. When you see great men out there, those men followed these 15 laws. They're not from me. These laws are well-researched laws, tested and proven that if you follow them, you will also be a very great man. And great man is more than being in school. It's about life. So the first law is the law of intentionality. The law of intentionality. Wanasema intention plus action takes you to your destination. Al-amalu bin niyat. So if you know why you do what you do, then it becomes easy for you to do it. It's called the law of intentionality. The difference between people is some people know why they are doing what they're doing, but some people are still struggling, not knowing exactly what is it they want out for themselves and in their lives. So intention plus action is equal to destination. When you combine your psychology plus your biology, you become a full-grown up individual. But if your biology is strong and your psychology is weak, then that is a problem. Because in life, psychology is more important than biology. Biology, that's the work of God. But psychology is your own work. That's why mentality plus ability gives you possibility. That is why your attitude plus your aptitude will take you to your altitude. You only go as far as you can think, not beyond that. If you think big, you grow to become big, and when you think small, you always remain small. So law number 1, the law of intentionality. Always have ikhlas, sincerity. Always know why, and every other things will fall in place. Law number 2 is the law of reflection. Law of reflection. Pausing sometimes to ask yourself. Law of reflection. Pausing sometimes to ask yourself, is what I am doing now today going to add up to make me the person I want to be tomorrow? Is everything I am doing today in school going to give me the life of my dream? Is whatever I'm doing today going to give me the future that is great? Is whatever I'm doing today going to give me the license to join a university? Is what I'm doing today going to give me the doctor I want to be, the teacher, the engineer? Whatever you are planning to do, make sure you interrogate yourself every day. That law is called the law of reflection. Law number 3 is the law of the mirror. When you stand in front of a mirror as a guy, what guy do you see on that mirror? Do you see someone who is working very hard to become the best version of themselves? Or do you see somebody who doesn't even care what the outcome of life will be? Do you see somebody who is serious, or do you see somebody who is just casual? Do you see somebody who is living life of design, or do you see somebody who is living life of accident? That's called the law of the mirror. The law of the mirror. Number 4 is the law of consistency. The law of consistency. You want to master something in your life, make sure you do it every day, and finally you will be a master of that particular thing. But you must do it every day. If you want to be good in anything, in football, in science, in whatever you choose to do, make sure you repeat every day. Repetition is the gateway to learning. You become great in what you do if you do it every day until you master it. Japanese have a philosophy which is called ikigai. Ikigai philosophy means whatever you do, make sure you repeat it until you have mastered it. Then they have another philosophy, it's called Shoshin. Shoshin means always learn to correct yourself before somebody else corrects you. So 3 principles of Japanese that are key in success in life. 1, Ikigai. 2, Shoshin. 3rd one, Kaizen. Daily improvement. Improving every day. You might not know that now, but it's a very important one to adapt in order to succeed in your life. Law number 1, law of intentionality. Law number 2, law of awareness. Law number 3, law of mirror. Law number 4, law of consistency. Law of consistency. Law number 5, the law of the ladder. Step by step. No one woke up one day and became a professor. No. It took time. Step by step. No one just woke up and became a medical doctor. It took time, step by step. No one woke up and became a teacher. It took time, step by step. Everything takes time. We lived in the womb of the mother 9 months. You were born as an infant. You start sitting, crawling, standing, walking, running, and here you are today. Now if you want to go to another stage, that's possible. But make sure as you climb the ladder of life, the ladder is leaning on the right wall. Some of us work very hard just to discover what we did was completely wrong, and time is over and you have to say goodbye to this world. According to research of deathbed, many people die not regretting what they did not do. They die regretting they could do better than what they did, but they decided to play it small, and now they are dying small. They lived small and they're dying small. No one felt their lives. No one knew they were existing. They were just there. They were only there to add the number of graves, and that's a complete waste of time if you wait until you die just to add the number of graves, instead of you living a full life that when you leave no one can fill your gap. They say life is made up of 4 L's. You live, you learn, you love, you leave legacy, and then you let go everything that is affecting you negatively. Because success is acquired through 2 pathways. The pathway of following what successful people are doing for you to become successful, or not doing what failures do so that you don't also become a failure. Success is not a destination. Success is a process of habituation. In life, you become what you do every day with yourself. Sometimes it's hard for a brain that is young to think of that. But as you are climbing the ladder of age, time comes and you have to account for whatever you did as you are growing up before you go and face the accountability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's very important for you to be someone who is always thinking of the 4-5 L's. Live, don't survive. Learn, don't be ignorant. Love, stop hating yourself and hating others. Leave legacy, make sure no one will fit in your shoes when you're gone. Be incredible, that no one, your gap will remain for a long time, because you are important, you are special. You grew up to become a powerful and a great person. Now when you die, it becomes hard for somebody to take your place, and then let go. Let go. If you want to grow, let go. And you will never grow if you don't know. And if you don't know, you go so low. And when you are low, you have nothing to show. And when the wind blows, you won't grow because you don't know. So you to decide whether you want to know or you don't want to know. And that is called life. My dear brothers, sons, it's very important. Law of trade-off. Trade-off means if you're not happy with the person that you are, it's easy. Change. Psychologically speaking, change is the only thing that is constant. You either change voluntarily or changes you by force. No one remained the same way they came out from the womb of their mothers. We have grown. But which direction are you growing to? We have grown, and you still grow, just like me, I will still grow. But which direction am I growing to? Success or failure? And believe me, whether you agree with me, you don't agree with me, failing is bad. Smells bad, gives you bad image, takes away your self-esteem, kills your confidence, denies you self-actualization. You become just an ordinary and unaverage human being. You failed. So at the end of the day, it's what you tell yourself and what you do with yourself that gives you what you expect out of life. That's why they say E plus R is equal O. Event, what happens to you, plus R, the response you give to that which has happened to you, will always give you the outcome. Kila jambo kwa jambo ule, wakati kwa wakatile, na mtu ni kwa mtu ule. Usibaki nyuma kijana, fanya bidii usonge mbele. Hapa chini vijana washenzi wako wengi, wamejaa tele. Lakini wewe ni mtu mwerevu, hakikisha umefikia kilele. Usikubali kubaki mtu yule yule, hata kama ni pole pole. Fanya bidii siku moja ubadilike ili uweze kusonga mbele. Otherwise unabaki pale pale. It is bad to be the same time all through. When you are young, you are depending on your parents, and when you grow old, now you still depend on people. Life is supposed to be categorized into three: dependent, independent, and freedom. That means you are now the person that you wanted to be. Law number is the law of accountability. Law number 7, the law of accountability. That means you go to ask yourself sometimes very painful questions. Am I really doing what I can do to change my life? Am I really putting enough effort in my study so that I can be able to go to the best university in the world, become the best surgeon in the world, become the best pilot in the world, become the best engineer in the world, become a millionaire in life? Because one thing I've learned to hate from the time I was young and growing up is being a poor person. It's not interesting. Being a small man, it's not interesting. Being insignificant is not interesting. Being a nobody, it's not interesting. You feel empty in front of other people because you did not achieve the best of your maximum potential so that you can stand up and say, yes, I worked hard, really I did. And today I am the person you can see from that hard work, because hard work works. Law number 8 is the law of systems, order. The law of system. That means everything goes according to order. And if you are willing to follow that order, believe me, you will reach where others have reached. You know, sometimes I've been a teacher for 40 years, I think now, and sometimes some students tell you, it's okay to fail. Yeah, it's okay for now. Now it's okay. But time will come when your children will question you and ask you, Dad, can you kindly share with me your mathematics result when you did your Form 4 exam? And maybe they're not very interesting, it's not what you want. But your son is asking you, maybe your daughter, maybe the love of your life, your wife is asking you. Na siku hiyo rafiki yangu, kama result ni mbaya utalala sitting room. Haupewi. You will never go to the bedroom. So sometimes what you do today affects you tomorrow. Nae kwa nje unapigwa na mvua. Ulianguka shuleni. So life is a bigger shule. What you do in school affects the 70 years you live in life. Law number what? Where are we? Is the law of discipline. No success without discipline. Discipline is the bridge that connects the goal and the accomplishment. Doing what you must do, whether you like it or you don't like it, that's the only thing you can do to succeed. That is what's called discipline. Doing the right thing at the right time with the right person. You don't like it, but you have to do it, because that's what will make you the man of your dream. That's what will give you the future of your dream. That is what is going to make you greater tomorrow. Can I ask you to say something? Say good. My friend, say good. Better. Best. Don't let it rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes best. Don't be the least. Always don't be the least. Always beat the rest, because you are born to be the first, and you must get the best because you are the best. Now say, I am the best 10 times. 1, 2, 3, start. I am the best. 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 And that's what you should be. You should be your best. You should be your best. Law number one. Law of sharing. They say life is to dare, never get scared. Just learn how to share, and finally you'll be there, because you can dare. Just dare. Just do it. Don't worry about it. Just do it. That's life. Just do it. Don't ask so many questions. If you ask many questions, you might not do it. Just do it. Mathematics, just do it. Chemistry, just do it. And if you keep on doing it, finally you become the master of what you are doing. So life is to dare, never get scared. Just learn how to share, and ultimately you will be there because you can dare. So don't be afraid of taking risks. Don't be afraid of doing one more thing, because repetition is the gateway to learning. Law number 12 is the law of rewards and punishment. The law of rewards and punishment. They might not be in a position to know this, but I am in the position to know that. I went to school with many schools, with many people here in Malindi. And today, when I sit down to reflect on the people I was with in primary school at Sahali, okay, very few of us, we are professionals today. And you ask yourself what happened, what was the difference? What was the difference? What was the difference? We were 100 of us in our 4-stream class, and out of that 100, maybe one is a doctor, I am a professor, another one is an engineer, and the rest are just ordinary people. What happened? Choice. Life is between birth and death. But in between the B and D, there is capital C, and that C is called choice. You choose who you want to become in life. But don't worry, when you grow to become that person who will not get enough respect from people, don't blame people. You chose to grow up to be somebody who should never be respected. When you remain on the ground, you don't blame people when they step on you. You're on the ground, you're now a carpet. If you don't want to be on the ground where people will discriminate against you, where people will step on you, you have to up your game so that you grow up to be at the top, become a prince, even if your father is not a king and your mother is not a queen. But you choose, kuchagua, maisha ni kuchagua, that I don't want to be this, I want to be that. The last law, in the interest of time, the last law is the law of divinity. Sometimes when you do your best and you work hard and you work smart and things are not really working, now go back to God. Law of divinity. Go back to God. If God can see you're working very hard, He will never let you down. Something will happen in one way or the other, and you will see doors opening of success for you, and you will grow to become anybody you want to grow. That's very important. My dear brothers, sons, the word performance tells us how we can perform and the strategy of performing well. And when I talk about performance, I'm not just talking about school. School is only 4 years. But you have 70 years to live after school. You have 80. Some of you might live 120. Good luck. Nobody knows about that. But then how do you live those 120 years? Now what you do in school, they say, affects how you will live the 70, the 80, the 90, the 100, the 120. The common denominator of success, according to research, is the 4 years of high school. If you do very well in high school, the chances, the possibilities of doing well in life is very, very high, because the only investment that never goes bankrupt is the investment they call education. You could be rich today, tomorrow you wake up poor. And there are many examples to refer to prove that. Your father was rich, but then lost all the money, and now you're back to zero. You could be a minister, like Ashajumu. Now you're not a minister. It's gone. You could be a president. You flip a president like Gaddafi, and you wake up as a prisoner. You could be a president like Saddam Hussein, and then you wake up, you are in prison. But when you are a medical doctor, you become a medical doctor until you die. When you are a professor until they bury you. When you are a teacher until they bury you. The only investment that never goes bankrupt is the investment they call education. And the older you grow, the more valuable you become when you are educated. You go to the hospital and you see a doctor of 60, 65 years, you feel great because that guy's experience can do a surgery on you and you are comfortable. But if it is a small boy just graduated from Chiromo campus, Nairobi University, just 29 years, you might think twice before you accept to be operated by such a young man. If you're going to the airport, you want to fly, go to New York, and you see the pilot is only 25 years old, you say, man, this guy, for how many hours has he flown? No way, it's too risky. But when you see the pilot is 70 years old, you say, wow, at least this guy is experienced. The more you grow with the knowledge, the more you will grow with success. At the end of the day is what you do today that affects you tomorrow. So performance, my dear boys, brothers and sons, comes from our perception. From the word performance, you get the letter P, perception. When you stop the way you look at things, the things you look at will also change. If you stop looking at yourself as an average person, that's the day you become an above average person, an exceptional person. When you stop looking at your results from D to B, you start getting B's. When you change the way you look at what you look at will also change. It is our mentality plus our ability that gives you all the possibility. We are what we think we are every day. That's why I was telling the girls, it's important to take care of your 6 M's. 1, take care of the mind. It can do a lot of damage on you if you don't practice positivity. What you think affects who you become. Your mouth, what you tell yourself. The 2nd M, the mouth. If you keep on telling yourself you're not good, you can't pass, things are hard, you can't grow, after all it's bad, then you will always be negative. But if you tell yourself, yes I can, yes I will, yes I must, it's possible, if others can do it, I can also do it, if others have become medical doctors, I can also, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can go anywhere you want to go in this world. It doesn't matter whether you grew up in Kijiwetanga or Uganda, you can live in New York, that doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if you came from Kwachocha or Kizingitini or Lamu. You can have business in Singapore. It doesn't matter whether your father was a poor, penniless. You can become a millionaire. It's your choice. Your choice. Doesn't matter. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. But today is a gift. That's why in English we call it present tense. It's what we do today that affects us tomorrow. But yesterday, you're in a Peter. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gone. It's gone. Whether it was good or it was bad, that is gone. But what we do today affects us who we become tomorrow. Perception, positivity, a new field of psychology has been discovered in the 21st century. And this field of psychology is called positive psychology. If you keep on telling yourself good things, you become good. And if you keep on telling yourself bad things, you become bad. Wanasema maneno yana uchawi, yanakuroga. Ikiwa ni mazuri, yanakuroga vizuri, na ikiwa mbaya, yanakuroga vibaya. Perform, very painful, very, very painful. When you realize you have grown up to be a liability instead of being an asset. You are regretting your life instead of celebrating. There is always a moment where somebody can change and do things differently and become different. That's very important. Then optimism, knowing rain, sunshine, night, day, summer, winter, at the end of the day you have the control of your performance. You have the control of your performance. My dear boys, all of us, including me and the teachers, we are self-made. We make ourselves. And we become what we do every day. Ndio maana mshairi mmoja akasema, usijidai kwa umbo, maumbile sote sawa. Nyusi na nywele ni pambo, uota na kunyolewa. Yapo maalum mambo yafaa kuzingatiwa. Ada ya mja hunena, muungwana ni vitendo. Tenda watu wataona, majisifu weka kando. You have to work hard, and your results will tell people who you are. You don't need to tell them. Your results will tell everybody the kind of a person that you are. Yours is to work hard. Finally, your result will even tell your children the kind of a father you are. Will tell your wife the kind of a husband you are. Will tell your mom and dad the kind of a son that they have. At the end of the day, the whole society knows you not by what you think, not by how you feel, but by what you do. Because what you do affects you every day. You might take it very easy today, and that is normal with being young. But then as you grow old and climbing the ladder of life, you realize, oh my God, I've messed up myself. That is the time when you see your classmate driving V8. That's the time when you see your classmate is a CEO of Safaricom. There's a time when you see your classmate is a consultant doctor flying from every corner of the world, and you say, wow, this guy in school, we sat in the same desk. Really, and today he's thinking rich and me, I'm very poor. That's the time when the realization comes back to our mind and you say, oh my God, if wishes were horses, beggars we'd ride. How could I be this foolish? How come? What happened to me? So whatever you do today, my dear boys, think twice of what it will make you in the future, because future is never waited for. Future is created. The best way of predicting your tomorrow is to craft it today. Forget about yesterday. Maybe you got a D yesterday. Maybe you got an E yesterday. That is yesterday. But if today you decide to do things differently, everything will become different. Performance is about motivation. Motivation is understanding maybe you are the one in the family that people are expecting you will break the poverty cycle. Maybe you are the one your mother is expecting when you finish school and become whoever you will become, her misery of poverty will be over. Maybe you are the one your small brothers and sisters are believing that their studies are going to be easy because you will pay their school fees. Maybe you are the one that girl in your neighborhood thinks you might be a potential husband. Maybe you are the one everybody is expecting that you become their leader in the society. Now when people have a lot of expectation of you, and then you fail them, that is really embarrassing. Very embarrassing. So as you do whatever you do, think of the kind of person you are growing and becoming, because becoming is more important than being. Haijalishi umezaliwa wapi, haijalishi umelelewa wapi, kinachojalisha wewe unakuwa mtu gani. Who are you becoming in your life? That's very important. And that is your decision to make. We are all self-made, as I said. Performance comes with aspiration. You desire, you admire, you desire, you aspire, you acquire, otherwise you expire. And many people have expired in this world. You see people who are working while they are already dead, because they are not making any contribution to their life and other people's life and in the society and in the world. No impact at all. There are some people when they die, people remember them forever. And there's some who die in the morning and in the evening people are clubbing. One problem is solved. The guy is gone. One time katika kijiji kimoja kulikuwa kijana mwingine mkorofi hivi. Halafu watu walikuwa wamekereka sana, na bahati mbaya ama mzuri labda ama ni mbaya, yule kijana akafariki. Watu wakafurahi amefariki kwa sababu ilikuwa anasumbua watu, kufungua jamii. Sasa wakaamua watasusia mazishi yake, they won't go for his funeral. Sasa wakakataa kwenda mazishi, lakini watu wa vijiji vingine wakaja kwa wingi sana, mpaka wale watu kijiji kile wakakasirika. Kwani hao watu wakujua huyu kijana alikuwa mwivi, huyu kijana alikuwa mshenzi hapa, kwa nini wamekuja kumzika? Kwa hivyo wakaamua watawauliza. Kaambia, sasa nyinyi mlikuwa mjui kijana aliyekufa ilikuwa ni kisirani sana? Akisema, tulikuwa tunajua sana, huyu kijana anajulikana ulimwengu mzima ni mkorofi tu. Basi mbona mmekuja kumzika? Asema, hatujakuja kumzika, tumekuja kuhakikisha amekufa. That's it. Then the asset or the liability. What you do affects you for a very long time. Performance comes when you can negotiate with yourself, navigate through your life, and never give up. Performance comes with consistency, doing it every day. And then lastly, empowerment. Brothers, sons, my dear student, I am leaving this talk today with an A to Z strategy. A, appreciate that you're a guy and a boy, and a boy one day becomes a man, and a man will have a lot of responsibility. B, believe you have whatever it takes to be anybody you want to be in your life. C, maintain consistency and commit yourself to your greater success. D, determination is the key to every success. E, get excited. You are about to become the person of your dream. F, where the focus goes, the energy will flow. G, learn to grow, because you'll never remain the same boy you are today. H, success is a habit, not a destination. I, get inspired. Inspiration plus perspiration takes you to your destination. J, don't judge yourself harshly. Everybody makes a mistake, but when you make a mistake, correct that mistake and become a better person. K, be kind to you, to your parents and everybody else who loves you, so that you don't face an embarrassment in your life. L, love what you do and do what you love. It becomes easy for you to do. M, motivate yourself. Tell yourself, yes I can, yes I will, yes I must. N, never give up or have an objective in life. Every dream requires a scheme and a team to reach its beam. Otherwise light will dim and you'll have nobody to blame. You're the one who will walk away with shame because you never achieved your dream. So always make sure you are growing up, becoming the person you want to be. Be optimistic. P, be patient. Everything can wait, but your education and examination will never wait. Q, quality grades only in life. Quality life. Don't just live. Don't live. Thrive. Don't survive. Enjoy your life. And life cannot be enjoyed when you're broke. No. Life can never be enjoyed when you're not well connected. Life can never be enjoyed when you don't have a title to be referred to as a human being. So make sure you prepare yourself for that quality life that will make you happy. R, build good relationship, because there are some people who will nourish you to become better. There are some people who will starve you and you become worse. Sacrifice your today, my dear boys, for your better tomorrow. Today you are a boy, and being a boy is a small portion of your life. According to the UN Charter, a young person is between 18 to 35. After 35, you are an old person. If you are to live for 100 years, 35 to 100 is 65 years. Being young is a small part of life. So as you are young, prepare for the time you will be old, because it is bad to be old and then stupid. Worse is old, stupid, and then you're sick. Worse than that, old, stupid, sick, then broke. The worse than that, old, stupid, broke, sick, and then you're ugly. It's really bad. You have to make sure you're nourishing yourself to become that mosaic that can really continue smiling until death comes. Even in the grave, he will smile. Smile, remembering I live my life very well. There are some people who come to this world, but they don't live. You make sure you live. Always remember the work you're doing today, one day is going to be worth it. You will sit down with your children and you will tell them how hard you worked to be the father you will become that time. How hard you worked for them to have a father called a doctor. You will tell them how hard you worked. You tell your wife that. For me to be the engineer you married, I had to read all nights For me to be the engineer, the pilot that is flying all over the world that you have married, I had to chew books. For me to be the man that today you are proud of as your husband, as your father, when others were playing, I was busy in book, in the library, in the class, reading. When you read, you lead, and when you learn, you earn. You want to be an extraordinary person, do the extras today. If you do what every young person is doing out there, you'll be just like every young person. If you want to be a different one, do different things. And always don't get satisfied. Nothing comes from a comfort zone. You got to stretch out, do more than what everybody is doing, and then you become more than everybody. Always